Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright, guys, before we get started, I just want to say this little bad boy on my shirt right here is a raindrop because it is raining outside. I did not spill my dinner before this video. Got to keep y'all honest. But the content that we have tonight is really impactful and it's interesting because I want to bring to you something from Canada, our neighbors to the north, eh? Well, they like to say that the gun problem down here in the United States in the lower 48 is that we just are us. We just happen to have gun violence. But what's interesting is there's an election going on in Canada, and Trudeu, who is the sitting prime minister, he's the Liberal Party, equals gun control. He's really throwing up gun control as a main thing because the Conservatives are winning in Canada. But what's interesting, not about the politics of Canada, because that's kind of their thing, not ours. But what's interesting is they've already banned all the guns that lefties want to here, and now they're going back to gun violence, gun control in Canada. And that's what I want to hit on because this is important. It's never going to be enough for the lefties. The whole point here is incremental detriment. The whole point is bite by bite, you get the elephant. They're never going to get it in one fell swoop. They're going to do it piecemeal. And that's what we're watching every night on this channel. So let's dive in and look at some of the things that are coming out of Canadian elections that sound very familiar to the leftist here. Check this out. So this is the article title. Again, linked everything in the description box below, and I want to know what you guys think. But activist accuses Trudeu of using gang shootings for political gain. Now, where else do we hear and see that on a regular basis? Everywhere here. Let's keep going. We're in the last days of this election, and Justin Trudeau's Liberals are still campaigning in a fact-free way, trying to use boogeymen to scare voters while not being challenged in their claims, which is almost identical to what happens here. Gun violence, all these different little, gun show loopholes, ghost guns, boo, all those things, right? Let's go back. While Trudeau loves to go on about going back to the Harper years, which is a previous politician, under his watch, gun crime has only gone up. From murders at the hands of armed killers to weapon violations as a whole, street guns have been an issue. And keep in mind, Canada has banned almost everything. They're just a little further down the road on the leftist gun control here. And yet they have the exact same problems, but yet they still blame guns and violence. It's because it's human nature, not the tool. But check this out. We keep on going because this is interesting. Trudeau's only major policy change has been to change regulations for licensed gun owners. Exactly what's happening here. It shouldn't need to be said that criminals aren't licensed gun owners, and the guns that they are using are overwhelmingly smuggled handguns from the United States, not the rifles Trudeau has banned. Now, they banned ARs, right? Exactly what the lefties want to do here. But the exact same systems, the exact same circumstances are showing up in Canada in a system where the weapons of war don't exist anymore. So how's that possible? Also, the handgun violence is the same there as it is here, and that's the cause of both issues. And they're gang-related. You seeing some correlations here? They don't have any answers for this, and that's why they ignore it, and they just go with talking points. According to Statistics Canada, total weapons offenses across the country rose 16% overall between 2010 and 2020. The number of murders committed with guns have gone up 58% over that time, which, according to Statistics Canada, are mostly gang-related murders with handguns. That is verbatim exactly the same as is happening here. Gun control is not the answer, and the lefties know this, but it's dropped that first word. It's about that last one, control. They don't want guns. They don't want legal gun owners and bad people. They want no guns. And if you look at Canada right now, this is what they're saying. They're showing the exact same symptoms, the exact same problems with the exact same people. It's not, the things that they're talking about are not what the problem is. But let's keep going because it gets a little bit better. What Trudeau and the Liberals are doing is changing regulations around legally owned guns held by licensed gun owners. He continually talks about the 1,500 types of guns that he has banned as if the act makes Canadians safer. That's the point. They've banned 1,500 different types of guns, but the violence is still rising to the tick of 58%. That is crazy, but it's the same things that politicians in New York, California, Oregon, Chicago, all these places say and do. Because Canada has a nationwide ban on these things, yet the violence persists. What's the big excuse from Chicago and New York? Well, they're coming in from surrounding areas. Really? Then why is Canada an entire system, but the same problem exists? Here's the simple truth. He banned those guns, of which there are more than 100,000 in Canada, but they are still in the hands of the owners. There hasn't been a spike in gun crime with these rifles because they are owned by law-abiding RCMP vetted gun owners. That is exactly right. The guns still exist, but the crime has not occurred from the legal gun owners because they've been vetted by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. That's the RCMP. Most of the crime guns used to shoot up Canadian streets are illegal handguns smuggled across the border from the United States. An analysis of the crime guns seized in Toronto last year shows that 60% of them aren't even legal for anyone to own in Canada. And that last piece is important. Criminals do not pay attention to laws. If you enact gun laws on a civilian population which is following the legal rules, the only people that are going to change their behavior are the legal citizens, not everyone universally. I don't understand why this is not an easy concept to understand, because criminals go to criminal and tyrants go to tyrant. And that's what we're seeing here. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys see some parallels from the neighbors to the north to here? And their politicians, are you hearing the exact same things? And until tomorrow morning on Bullet Points, I look forward to seeing you.